Have you ever stood up from a chair only to feel like your legs forgot how to work? Have you looked in the mirror and thought, where did all my strength go? If you're over 60, you might think this is just aging. But what if I told you there's something you can eat every day that doesn't just slow down muscle loss, it can actually help reverse it? Yes, really. Not a drug, not a powder from a fancy box, just a simple, everyday food that your body already knows how to use. And in just 15 days, you could start to feel a difference, standing taller, walking stronger, and feeling like yourself again. In today's video, we're going deep. You'll learn why muscle loss happens faster after 60, what it silently steals from your life, and the one food that scientists have linked directly to muscle recovery in older adults. But here's the thing. If you click away or skip ahead, you might miss the one step that makes all the difference. Because at the end of this video, I'll reveal a surprising way to eat this food that makes it twice as effective. And most people have never heard of it. So, if you're tired of feeling weaker, slower, or like your body is slipping away from you, stay with me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. This channel is where real solutions meet real lives. And trust me, this one's worth your time. Let's get started. It doesn't happen overnight. In fact, it's so gradual that you might not even notice at first. You start taking the stairs a little slower. Carrying groceries feels heavier than it used to. Maybe you skip bending down to tie your shoes and sit instead. These small changes seem harmless, but behind them is something even bigger, something your doctor may not have warned you about. It's called sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss, and it's more common than you think. After the age of 60, your body naturally starts to lose muscle, up to 1 to 2% every year. Not because you're lazy, not because you're doing something wrong, but because your body isn't getting the signals, the nutrients, or the support it needs to keep building and repairing muscle tissue. And what makes this dangerous is not just the weakness you feel, it's what it leads to. Muscle loss makes falls more likely. It makes everyday tasks harder. It makes recovery from illness slower. And most painfully of all, it takes away your independence. Think about it. How many things do you do each day that require strength? Standing up from a chair, getting in and out of the car, climbing a single step, cooking, holding your grandchild. When muscle starts to fade, so do those freedoms. And what's worse, most people accept it. They assume it's just part of aging. They adjust their lives around it. They move less, do less, ask for more help. And little by little they give up on things they once loved. But here's the truth. Losing muscle doesn't have to be permanent. Your body is designed to rebuild. You just have to give it what it's missing. That's what this video is about. Because one specific food, backed by real science, has been shown to spark muscle regeneration in seniors, even those in their 70s and 80s. It's simple, it's affordable, and chances are it's already in your kitchen. But before we reveal what it is, you need to understand the full impact of muscle loss, so you know why this food matters so much. And if any part of this has sounded like your life, don't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe now, because what we're about to uncover might be the start of your comeback story. Most people think muscle is just about strength, But when you lose muscle after 60, you're not just losing power in your arms or legs, you're losing something deeper, something more personal. You're losing confidence. Think about the last time you hesitated to step onto a curb, or chose to sit out a family trip because it involved too much walking. Maybe you've started holding on to furniture as you move around the house, not because you're clumsy, but because you're unsure your legs can keep up with your mind. That's not just physical, that's emotional. Every bit of muscle you lose chips away at your independence, at your freedom, at your identity. You stop gardening, not because you don't love it, but because getting down and up again is just too hard. You stop dancing at weddings. You avoid long drives. You start organizing your day around how tired your body might feel. And here's what no one tells you. When you move less, your muscles weaken faster. It becomes a vicious cycle. Less movement means more loss. More loss means less confidence. And on it goes. But it doesn't stop there. Muscle loss affects your metabolism, your immune system, even your brain health. Studies have shown that seniors with lower muscle mass are more likely to experience memory issues, falls, and even depression. That's why what you eat matters more than ever. Because food isn't just fuel, it's instruction. The right foods tell your body to build, to repair, to come back stronger. And one particular food has shown remarkable promise in doing just that for people over 70. In just a moment, I'll tell you exactly what it is, why it works, and how to use it. But first, I want to share a short story that might sound a lot like your own. It's about someone who thought they were just getting old, until one small change made all the difference. Stay with me. What you hear next might shift the way you see your own body. I want to tell you about someone named Walter. Walter is 72 years old, a retired electrician. Sharp mind, great sense of humor, but a body that had started to slow down. He wasn't sick, he wasn't in pain, but he was getting weaker by the week. At first, he blamed it on the cold weather. Then, he blamed it on age. But by the time he struggled to lift his own lawn chair, he knew something wasn't right. He told me, "I didn't feel like myself anymore. I wasn't walking with confidence. I was just trying not to fall." Doctors ran tests. Nothing serious showed up. Just the same line he'd heard before. It's just part of aging. But Walter wasn't ready to accept that. So he started researching, quietly, at home. And that's when he found something interesting. Something that changed everything. A small study from a university in Texas showed that older adults who ate a specific high leucine food daily for just 2 weeks experienced noticeable improvements in leg strength and muscle control. No crazy workouts, no miracle drugs, just one food, eaten consistently. So Walter tried it. For 15 days straight, he added this one food to his morning routine. That's it, no fancy diet, no gym membership, just a new habit. And by the end of that second week, something happened. He stood up from his chair, without using his hands. He walked down the front steps, without gripping the rail. He said to me, "It felt like someone had quietly returned a part of me I thought was gone." So, what was the food? What did Walter eat that made such a difference? I'll tell you in the next section. But first, I want you to understand why it works. What's inside this food that tells the body it's time to build muscle again? Because when you know the science, you believe in the solution. And when you believe, you commit. And that's when real change begins. So, what was the food Walter started eating every day? Eggs. Yes, simple, affordable, everyday eggs. You might be thinking, that's it? Eggs? But stay with me, because there's a very good reason this works, and it has everything to do with what's inside them. Eggs are one of the richest natural sources of leucine, an amino acid that plays a critical role in muscle protein synthesis. In simpler terms, leucine is the switch that tells your body, hey, it's time to rebuild muscle. Think of muscle like a house. You can have all the bricks you want, protein, exercise, vitamins, but without leucine, it's like not having a foreman on the job. Nothing gets built. No signals are given. No repairs get made. Now here's what's powerful. Older adults don't just need more protein. They need smarter protein. As we age, our bodies don't respond to protein the same way. You could eat plenty, but if you're not getting enough leucine, your muscles won't respond the way they did when you were 30. That's where eggs come in. One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein and a strong dose of leucine, especially in the yolk. They also contain vitamin D, B12, and choline, which support nerve health, energy production, and overall metabolism. And unlike processed shakes or bars, your body recognizes whole foods like eggs. It digests and uses them more efficiently. No weird chemicals, no added sugars, just real food doing what real food is supposed to do. When Walter started eating 2 eggs every morning, sometimes boiled, sometimes scrambled, he wasn't just feeding himself. He was giving his muscles the exact signal they needed to wake up and start working again. And he felt the results in less than 15 days. Now, you might be thinking, what about cholesterol? Isn't that a problem? Not the way it was once believed. Research over the past 10 years has shown that dietary cholesterol in eggs doesn't significantly raise blood cholesterol for most people. And for seniors, the benefits for muscle and strength often outweigh the outdated fears. So here's the takeaway. 2 eggs a day. That's your foundation. That's the quiet, powerful habit that can begin restoring your strength from the inside out. But that's just the beginning. Because next, I'll show you how to pair this food with a simple movement habit. So your body doesn't just get the signal, it knows exactly what to do with it. You don't want to miss this part. Now that you know what to eat, let's talk about what to do. Because while eggs give your body the signal to build muscle, movement is what tells your body where to send it. Without activity, even just gentle activity, that extra protein might go to waste. But don't worry. I'm not talking about going to a gym or lifting heavy weights. In fact, I wouldn't recommend that for most people over 60, especially those who haven't been active in a while. I'm talking about a simple 5-minute routine you can do in your kitchen, your living room, or even at the foot of your bed. Let's walk through it together. Step 1. Seated leg extensions. Sit upright in a sturdy chair. Slowly lift one leg until it's straight. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower. Repeat 10 times on each leg. This wakes up your quadriceps, the large muscles in your thighs that keep you steady and stable. Step 2. Sit to stand repetitions. Start in a seated position. Stand up slowly, without using your hands if you can. Then sit back down, controlled, not rushed. Do this 5 to 8 times. This motion trains your hips, legs, and balance. It mimics everyday strength. Step 3. Wall push-offs. Stand facing a wall, arms outstretched. Gently press your hands into the wall and lean in, then push back. Think of it like a standing push-up. This strengthens the arms and chest without stressing your joints. Step 4. Toe raises. Stand behind a chair. Hold the back for balance and slowly raise up on your toes, then lower back down. Do 10 reps. This improves circulation and strengthens the lower legs, essential for preventing falls. Step 5. Gentle shoulder rolls. Sit or stand tall. Roll your shoulders forward 5 times, then backward 5 times. This improves posture and releases tension that may restrict blood flow or affect your balance. That's it. No equipment, no pain. Just intentional movement paired with intelligent nutrition. The beauty is that when you eat something like eggs in the morning and follow it with 5 minutes of targeted movement, you're telling your body, here's the fuel, here's the focus, now build. And when you do this consistently, even for just 2 weeks, you'll begin to feel the difference. Standing gets easier. Sitting down takes less effort. You feel steadier, more capable, and most importantly, more in control. So don't wait. Starting tomorrow, eat your eggs and do your 5. Because in the final part of this video, I'm going to give you the full 15-day blueprint. What to eat, when to move, and how to measure your results. We're almost there. Now that you know what to eat and how to move, let's put it all together into one simple plan you can follow for the next 15 days. This isn't a complicated diet or a workout schedule. It's a daily rhythm, a routine built for real people with real lives, and it's designed to help your body remember how to be strong again. Let's break it down. Days 1-5. Wake the body up. Morning. Eat 2 eggs, boiled, scrambled, or poached. Keep it simple. Add a few spinach leaves or a slice of whole grain toast if you like. After breakfast, do the 5-minute movement routine you learned in Part 5. Evening. Stay lightly active. Walk around the house, do a few more toe raises before bed. What to expect? Slight boost in energy, improved digestion, better control when standing up. Days 6 to 10. Build the habit. Morning. Continue with your egg-based breakfast. Add 1/2 of an avocado or a small serving of berries for antioxidants and healthy fats. Midday. Try a few wall push-offs after lunch or a short 5-minute walk, inside or outside. Evening. Reflect. Ask yourself, do I feel steadier today than I did yesterday? What to expect? Muscles may feel slightly sore, but that's progress. You're reconnecting with them. Days 11 to 15. Feel the shift. Morning. Keep the eggs. Add variety with boiled sweet potatoes or kale for added potassium and magnesium, nutrients your muscles love. Movement. Add 1 extra round to your 5-minute routine. Evening. Begin journaling progress. Note your posture, strength, mood, and sleep. What to expect? Greater leg strength, better grip in your hands, more energy walking or doing housework. You may even surprise yourself standing up without thinking. Now, here's the key. This plan is not about perfection. It's about consistency. Missing 1 day won't hurt you, but quitting will set you back. Stick with it for 15 days. No guesswork. Just one food, one short movement routine, and one decision every morning to show up for yourself. And here's the real reward. This isn't just a 15-day challenge. It's the beginning of a new relationship with your body, one built on strength, trust, and care. So, are you ready? In just a moment, we'll wrap everything up. And I'll share one final thought that could change the way you think about aging, for good. If you've made it this far, I want you to take a deep breath, because you've just taken the first step toward something most people over 60 have given up on, rebuilding your strength, not just maintaining it. Too many seniors are told that weakness is just part of aging, that losing muscle is natural, that slowing down is inevitable. But what if they're wrong? What if growing older doesn't mean growing weaker? What if the real problem isn't your age, but what you've been told to believe about your body? Here's the truth. Your body still listens, your muscles still respond, and your spirit is stronger than ever. You just need the right fuel, the right movements, and the right mindset to bring it all back online. 2 eggs a day, 5 minutes of simple movement, 15 days of commitment. That's it. That's the blueprint. No pills, no gym. Just you, showing up for yourself, one morning at a time. And if you start today, in just 2 weeks, you could feel steadier, stronger, and more confident than you have in years. But only if you follow through. So here's what I want you to do. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below. Tell me where you're starting from. Let's track your progress together. Let's build a community where aging doesn't mean giving up. It means rising up. And don't forget to subscribe, because every day I'll be right here, sharing what really works. No fluff, no hype, just real solutions for real people. You've spent years giving to others. Now, it's time to give something back, to yourself. Your comeback starts now.